In June of this year, Nike gave us an Air Force One Low Protro Mamba mentality that was inspired by what Kobe Bryant was wearing when he was doing drills with his left hand while his right wrist was broken. And that was a Protro of a very old shoe in the Air Force One. And October 1st, Nike gave us a follow-up Air Force One inspired by Kobe Bryant. But where's the Protro? Mamba Nike Air Force One Low Core Purple. And the shoe first dropped on October 1st for $120 in the United States. I believe it was supposed to drop in like September or even earlier this year. And I honestly thought it had already released, so kind of forgot about this shoe, but apparently it was October 1st in the US. And of course, this is not the first Kobe Bryant related Air Force One. There's been a ton. There was like that all black Hollywood Knights Air Force One. There was the Protro, of course, from June. And first impressions of the shoe. Aesthetically, I love how it looks. Just a monochromatic purple. I think it looks great. Is it very loud? Is it too much for me to like pull off? Probably, but just in your hand, sitting on the shelf, I think this looks just really stands out. And of course, this purple, it is very on theme for a Lakers legend, but it is disappointing that it is not a Protro. This just reverted back to a normal tech setup of an Air Force One, and I just don't know why. I think for Air Force Ones that are Kobe Bryant inspired, just defaulted to Protros. He was actually the one that came up with the term Protro. He didn't just want to bring back his shoes, he wanted to upgrade them. So Protro stands for Performance Retro. But yeah, just very disappointed there. And the materials on the shoe, it is leather. And as you can probably expect, it is not just like plain leather that you see on regular Air Force Ones. You get these Mamba scales all over, though I will say, it's not like raised, so you don't feel the texture of it. Actually, it's smooth. There is this kind of synthetic to create this kind of pattern. The leather itself, it is pretty thin cuts of leather, so it's nothing great there. Now moving on to the heel of the shoe, you will see a Mamba logo that is debossed, and the Mamba logo is supposed to represent a sword in a sheath. Kobe Bryant was inspired by Kill Bill, and the main protagonist name, played by Uma Thurman, her assassin name was Black Mamba. And then wrapping around to the booty of the shoe, you get mismatched numbers there. Number 8 on the left shoe and number 24 on the right shoe. Of course, representing the two numbers that Kobe Bryant wore in his career. And then moving up the tongue, you just get purple laces out of the box. So a very monochromatic type of shoe. The only kind of different or standout color on the upper are these lace debris that actually says Mamba Forever. And that has got this kind of chrome silver look. Feels kind of cheap, nothing like too great there. And you'll see right at the tip of the eye stays there, a little, very little Mamba logo. And no, you do not get extra laces. I think maybe the point was to just keep it very purple, staying on theme. So there's that. And then at the tag on the tongue, you get another Mamba logo instead of Nike branding. And even behind the tongue, we usually get like manufacturing information. That's also like purple. So it's just purple on purple on purple. Everything purple. And in terms of the cushioning of the Air Force Ones, you get a rubber cupsole with a nearly full-length Nike Air unit, and the cushioning, it is very, very ancient. This is a shoe that came out all the way back in 1982. The cushioning is definitely outdated. And in terms of the outsole, this actually started like a new trend for Nike shoes. So you see this concentric circle pattern here that was originally made for basketball players. So the Air Force One was a basketball shoe. So they made this circle pattern so post players could like pivot more easily, and that actually made its way onto like the Jordan 1s, of course, Jordan 2s, Jordan 3s. And the insole of the shoe, staying on theme, all purple. The quality of this is such hot garbage. This is actually offensive to the Bryant family. This is nonsense. This is one of those trash insoles that Nike gives us. And in terms of the box, pretty regular Kobe box with the Mamba scales all over, all black. Mamba logo on top, not much to it inside. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer. For Air Force Ones, I generally just stick true to size. Honestly, if you don't have wide feet, you may even be able to go down half a size. It is one of those shoes that is pretty wide, at least relative to a lot of other Nike shoes. So for me, I go true to size because I do have wide and flat feet. If I went down half a size lengthwise, I think I might be fine, but I'm just very nervous, like widthwise, that it just will cause some pain points in certain areas. So I go true to size here. Overall comfort of this, about as average as you can get. You can probably imagine this is a pretty heavy shoe. though you're pretty high off the ground with this very, very thick type of sole. The good thing about a rubber cup sole is that it is very, very durable. So this can last for a while, but it just doesn't feel that great in terms of the cushioning. It won't like hurt your feet, but the technology is definitely just outdated. And that brings the total sole score of the Mamba Air Force One Low Court Purple to 24 out of 40. A very average score compared to other general releases. First, it is colorway. This is my favorite thing about this shoe. The color is very bold. It stands out. Is it for everybody? No. But does it stay kind of on theme for Kobe Bryant? Yes. Does it make a statement? Yes. Is this purple too like bright and light, I guess? No. I think it's dark and deep enough where it just looks really, really sleek. And in terms of the materials, not the greatest. Pretty thin cuts of leather here. For $120 from Nike, what did you expect? The Lace Spray feels kind of cheap, so just a few things here in terms of overall materials that I wish they would have put a bit more effort into. And in terms of the comfort, again, for Kobe Air Force Ones, just Pro Tour all of them. It would help, really help. With the React Foam drop-in that came with the Mamba Mantelli Air Force Ones, love how that felt underfoot. They just came with this nonsense, just the usual Air Force One setup. And in terms of the versatility, I think the Air Force One as a shoe, one of the most classic, timeless, just forever wearable shoes in human history. In terms of the wearability of the colorway though, I'm generalizing here, but I think this is not that versatile to most people. If you're slick and you think you're some type of fashion icon, not talking about you, there are definitely people that can pull this off and look really good doing it. But majority of people that you see on the street are not wearing like all purple shoes. And I think it's for a reason, because it's not that wearable. Really stands out, brings eyes to your feet, and it's not for everybody. So very versatile shoe on the Air Force One. Wearability of the colorway is, it's a little much. When I made my video of the shoes that I really want in October, this shoe was actually number 2, just off the colorway alone and my love for Kobe Bryant. But they left a lot to be desired for the shoe, absolutely. Because I really think if they pro-troed this would be, I think, one of my favorite pickups of the year. Love Air Force Ones, absolutely love them. Love Kobe Bryant, loved how the pro-troed Air Force One felt on foot. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the Nike Air Force One Low Court Purple. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come. The way your shoes.